everyone. Let's do a little more. And I know it's hot out here, but it is July. So, good afternoon. I'm dressed appropriately. For folks that don't know, I'm Justine Love. I'm the Director of Community and Public Affairs for CBS Radio of Washington. But my degree is in health and physical education. So you know, recreation, keeping us physically fit, keeping us healthy is the most important thing in the world to me. Yeah, I look pretty good for 59, don't I? I got some Michelle Obama arms. Again, this is absolutely amazing. You know, I do have my bathing suit in the car, so that means that I could get my bathing suit and jump into the pool and do that, because everybody, how many young people here know how to swim? Every child should know how to swim. Every child, because we know, unfortunately, in the summer, some child has lost their lives from being in the water, some kind of accident. But that's enough for me. It is always an honor for me. Let me start by saying that. It is always an honor for me to introduce this gentleman, one of my heroes, a native Washingtonian. That's the best part. You know, I'm a DC girl till I die. So it is always important when I'm in the company of my brothers and sisters that understand what's happening in this city. And this particular gentleman, I played softball with him, and actually he can play pretty good. You know, y'all won't believe it, but I mean, he can hit the ball with the bat and run around all around the diamond. Did a good job. I was very proud of him, and we were in Nats Park when we did that. For y'all, you know who I'm talking about. It's your mayor, our mayor, Mayor Gray. And Kurtis Blow.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, Justine, for such a nice introduction. Isn't this a great day? Absolutely fantastic day. It's wonderful to see so many people out here today. You know, when I came into office, I said we were going to build things. And we weren't going to build things in just the center of the city or certain areas of the city. We were going to make sure that the east end of the city finally got its due. Because if you want to be one city, you've got to be able to focus on the entire city, don't you? You got to be able to make sure that things happen where they're supposed to happen. And frankly, as one who lives on the east end of the city, I've lived over here for 29 years. And I know where things have been done and things haven't been done. And we have set out over the last 2.5 years to really try to level the playing field. And that's exactly what we're going to continue to try to do. I think, Howard, you probably remember when this was a field house, right? Yeah, because you worked in DPR. And it's not a field house anymore, is it? We got a real recreation center here. I want to acknowledge all the folks behind me, including our council member, Marion Barry, the other folks who are with us, and I'm going to introduce them more extensively as we get into the program, so I won't do it quite as extensively now. I also want to thank Kurtis Blow for being out here. These are the breaks. Is he here? He's here somewhere. Where is he? I thought he was here. Okay, yeah, we got to acknowledge Kurtis. He'll be doing the Community Day part of this. You know, we are doing pretty well as a city, and we're reminded of that this week when we saw what happened in Detroit. Detroit has declared bankruptcy, has a $19 billion fund balance deficit. They have 70,000 abandoned homes. They have 40% of their street lights are out. The wait time, if you can believe that, the wait time to when you call the police, you have to wait 1 hour at least for the police to show up. So on those days when we think that, you know, we haven't done everything we possibly could, which is probably true here, let's remember that we are in far better shape than most of America. I was out walking this morning and I ran into a gentleman who was here from Milwaukee. He was telling me that he had been the superintendent of schools in Milwaukee. He's now doing something else. And he said the unemployment rate our unemployment rate has gone from 11.2 down to 8.5. He said the unemployment rate in Milwaukee is 15%. And he said they are really struggling. And that's true of many cities in America. So we're doing pretty well at this stage. We're adding a lot of people to our population. We're getting done the things that we said we were going to do. And I hope everybody will continue to work with us to try to make sure that every one of our 8 wards gets the opportunity to be able to have the things that people want. This recreation center, by the way, are you all familiar with the Play DC initiative that we launched last fall? We initially started out, I guess that is starting out, we started out saying that we were going to do 8. And I said, that's not enough. We got to find a way to do more than 8, because what do we have? We have 78 playgrounds? 78, right? 78 playgrounds. I said, at that rate, it will take us 10 years to get every one of them done. So we found the money, right, Jesus? We found the money and worked with Brian and Jesus, and we are doing 32 playgrounds, of which one is this right here. This is the 5th one that we're dedicating. They all will be finished by the end of the summer, and we will be dedicating the other 27 in the weeks ahead, so that people can see what's being done. I wish you all could see some of them. Well, you can if you go out there. We were at Noise, across the street from Noise, just yesterday, in the heat of 142 degrees out there. And it is tailored, because all of them have been participated in by the community to design what it is. And go to Rosedale and see the one in Rosedale. It is the most architecturally accessible for people with disabling conditions. It's the most architecturally accessible playground in America. Now this one, and you're going to hear from 2 people who were the moving force behind this. Miss Addie Cook, of course, who has been so much to everybody. And Louise Daniel Hutchinson, who is right behind me also. How about a big hand for them? This is the first LEED Silver Recreation Center in Ward 8. It has a fitness room, has a gymnasium, has a teen game room, computer lab, kitchen, offices, a large foyer with natural light. And this is really one of the more uniquely designed recreation centers that we have in the city. And one of the things that we decided is we're not going to have cookie cutter models where you go from one recreation center to the other, and the only difference you can tell between them is where they're located rather than what they look like. Every one of our centers, every one of our playgrounds is being designed to be unique to the communities that they serve. And by the way, we are naming today, we're naming the multi-purpose room for Miss Hutchinson. That is a delightful thing to be able to do. And the senior room is being named for Miss Cook, Miss Addie Cook. We've got a number of new programs. We've got arts and crafts programs. We got poetry. We got Supreme teens. We got programs for young ladies here in Ward 8. A senior walk program. We got boys to men, obviously basketball, line dancing, Zumba, Tai Chi, baseball. And by the way, we'll be opening our baseball academy later this summer. Also, weight training and graphic design. So this is a really seminal moment for us here in the city and here in Ward 8. And by the way, every one of our playgrounds has a theme. The one at Rosedale has a theme. It has all the national monuments and whatnot. The theme here is because this is Fort Stanton. The theme here is the fort theme, as you probably have already figured out, those of you who've seen it. We have the Fort Circle Parks. I'm sure everybody remembers the history of that, where that was the way the city, the capital city, was protected, to put these forts completely around the city. You know, Fort Totten, Fort Stanton, Fort Reno, Fort whatever. We had lots of forts. We still have lots of forts. And so this is a fort theme here that helps to underscore, you know, the Union fortifications, the Union Army fortifications back in the Civil War, and helps us remember those things. And again, I think there's something for everybody here. And by the way, this cost $12.5 million to be able to build. And if it had cost $13.5 million or $14.5 million, we would have done whatever it took in order to make sure we had a first-class recreation center here at Fort Stanton. I'm delighted now to welcome, I ask you to join me in welcoming the gentleman who represents Ward 8. Of course, he's been the mayor of the District of Columbia. He's been an at-large council member. He's been the president of the school board, and he's now, once again, the council member representing Ward 8. Please join me in welcoming Councilmember Marion Barry.
Hello, Ward 8. Hello, Ward 8. First of all, let me thank God for this day. A day we've never seen before, never see again. Whenever you see me, I always give God the praise. And there are some politicians who are afraid to mix up church and state. I'm not. God's over the church and over the state. Let's give God some praise. I'm sure all of you can recount things that you've been in. Didn't know how to get out of them. You some storm, you're coming out of a storm, going through a storm, get knocked down, get up. It was God who helped you maneuver that whole situation, didn't he? And so I do that because I have first-hand experience. I remember March 77 in Wilsonville, and I was shot right over here. And God put the hand right over that bullet. That was killing me over my heart. So I'm always going to thank him. And I'm always delighted to be in Fort Stanton. Fort Stanton is an outstanding committee, been around a long time. I saw her the other day, so she was 80 years old. She's been here forever. She didn't tell me how long. Now women are, they don't want to tell you how it goes. Let me thank Mayor Vincent Gray for his leadership, not only in this area, but all over the city. Vincent has decided to make the east side of the city what it ought to be, like every other part of the city. We like brick sidewalks too, don't we? Don't we? I mean, we just paved Talbot Street where I live. That is a coincidence, isn't it? And got sidewalks and paving. Hadn't been done in 15, 20 years. And Vincent knows that this side of the city has been neglected for a long, long time. So Vincent Gray, we just love you. We go back a long period of time. He has a tough job. You want to know it's tough? Ask me. I know it's tough. Ask me. I know it's tough. I served for 16 years. Let's give our mayor another round of applause. He's wrestling with some heavy issues now. Fort Stanton didn't almost happen. You know that? Eddie Cook was on Mayor Finch's case. I was on his case. He came out on several times, had several press conferences. But lo and behold, there was not a nickel in the bank. Not a nickel in the bank. And so we had $7 million at Bald Eagle. Bald Eagle. Warren Graves came to me. He said, we need to put some money into Fort Stanton. I said, I thought there was money in there. I said, no, there's zero money in there. So I transferred Vincent out of Bald Eagle $1 million to start the planning. Start the planning. Otherwise, he would not be here. Would not be here. And then in the budget itself, which comes before the council, I made sure that there was $12 to $13 million in Fort Stanton. Eddie Cook knows that Fort Stanton has been waiting too long. How long have you been waiting, Eddie? It's been that little thing they had up here. Yeah, that little hut they had up here was not representative of Fort Stanton, right? And finally, let me say that Fort Stanton is part of the transformation of Ward 8 and Ward 7, east of the river. We're going to get our due. We had not had it before. We're going to get more because we deserve more. And so this summer, we renovated Moulton Elementary. Let me thank Brian Hamlin, the DGS person. He and I work very well together. Give a round of applause on these things. We did Turner Elementary, $26 million, $8 million when I started, $26 million supported by the mayor and his staff. We did Salmon, we did Lecky, and guess what? Because of Vince Gray's now push, we're getting $128 million new balloon. Come on now. New balloon. So transformation is happening all over Ward 8. Go down to Alabama and see Hitson Ridge. Go down on Sheridan, see Sheridan Station. Houses being built. Businesses coming to Ward 8. We deserve what everybody else does, don't we? Don't we deserve it? Don't we deserve it? In fact, sometimes we deserve more because we've been left out so long. So thank you all very, very much. And I'm going to have some resolutions a bit later on to give to some outstanding people here in Ward 8. But Ward 8 is great, isn't it? Ward 8 is great. Ward 8 is great. Ward 8 is great. 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 Great.
Eight is great. That rhymes. All right, I mentioned Kurtis Blow earlier. He's out here now. How about a Ward 8 welcome for Kurtis Blow? I told him, Kurtis, that when it comes to Fort Stanton, these are the breaks. You've heard these next two gentlemen mentioned already a couple of times. I want to introduce them together, and they will follow each other. Our DPR director, who does such a great job. He and John Stokes and their staff are everywhere working to be able to bring, improved, increased recreation services to our city. In terms of playgrounds, in terms of recreation centers, and of course in terms of programs across the city. That of course is Jesus Aguirre, who is our DPR director, and his partner in crime these days is the gentleman that was mentioned by Councilmember Barry just a minute ago, and that is Brian Hanlon, who heads our Department of General Services, a department that we created now about 21 months ago. I decided that we needed to bring all of our construction activity under one umbrella so we could get things done faster, we can get them done, and people would know where to go, not be moved all around the government. When something didn't go like it should, and you go over there and talk to Joe, or you talk to Susie, or you talk to Sam. Well, you know what? When it comes to construction and maintenance at this stage, there's only one person to talk to, and that is Brian Hanlon. So please join me in welcoming Jesus Aguirre and Brian Hamlin.
Good afternoon. So we had a ribbon cutting yesterday, and I was foolish enough to wear a dark suit. So today I apologize for the dress, but I was really sweating yesterday. But it is a beautiful day today, and I want to thank you all for being here. Of course, I want to start off by thanking what I think is the best boss in the world, or the best mayor in the world, Mayor Gray. Thank you so much for everything you do for your support. So let's give him another round of applause. So this recreation center, and you all know better, and Ms. Cook and everybody else knows better than I, it's been a long time coming. And there's been a lot of work and a lot of folks to make sure that it happens. And I want to especially thank Mayor Gray for staying focused and making sure that this happened. As you all know, there's been several groundbreakings and lots of activity, but the mayor really pushed us at DPR, and before this, it was the Office of Public Education Facilities Modernization. There's a mouthful. And now DGS, and want to make sure that we got this done. And I want to thank the mayor for pushing us and making sure that it got done. And here we are today with a beautiful state-of-the-art recreation center. So thank you again. I want to, of course, thank Councilmember Barry, who is Ward 8, is a man of DC, and now we're fortunate enough to work with him in the committee that oversees our department. So I'm really thrilled and excited to continue the work there. He's very committed, obviously, to Ward 8, but he's also very committed to Parks and Recreation. So thank you, Councilmember, for all that you do and for your help. as the mayor said, I have a partner, hopefully not in crime, but certainly a partner in hard work here with Director Hanlon, the Department of General Services. So as the mayor said, when I first came to DPR, we were responsible for all the maintenance and the upkeep and the construction of all of our facilities, and we're responsible for keeping the doors open and managing the programs, which just didn't make sense. And the mayor saw that from the very beginning, and what he's done with the creation of the Department of General Services allows us to be focused on programs, allows us to be focused on serving our communities, and then Director Hanlon and his team are the experts when it comes to building and maintaining facilities. So it's really worked well. We've done a lot of work together, and we're going to continue to work learn from each other. But I want to especially thank Director Hanlon and all his staff for all the support over the last several weeks. We've been keeping him really busy the last several months. So thank you all. I want to point out a couple things. As the mayor said, we're doing a lot of construction, a lot of work, a lot of great things in Washington, D.C. And in our little piece of the pie that is Parks and Recreation, we have an incredible level of support from the mayor. There's a lot being built in D.C., but I'm especially proud of the stuff we're building here east of the river on the East End. So in addition to Fort Stanton, of course, we've got Berry Farms going up. We've got Kenilworth coming soon. We've got Ridge Road. We've got Benning Stoddard. These are all going to be state-of-the-art recreation centers, so I'm very excited that this is where our focus has been, and it should be there, so thank you. Not to mention all the playgrounds. We've got Fort Greble and Benning Park and Benning Stoddard and Ridge Road and Berry Farm, all these playgrounds. So we've got a lot of stuff going on in Ward 7 and Ward 8, so we're excited to do that. I'll very quickly just thank a few more people. They've already been thanked, but I can't leave here without thanking, of course, the folks who really pushed us and made this happen, the community members who kept us honest and kept us focused on this. So Barbara Jones, Addie Cook, Louise Hutchinson, and of course the commissioners Anthony Green, Charles Wilson, and Khadijah Watson. So big hand of applause for all of them. But that applause is also obviously to all of you, because they're working on your behalf, and thank you all. I mean, you can tell by the number and the level of people here that this is an important project for this community. So thank you all for all of your work over the years to making sure that this happens. Finally, I'm going to just thank very quickly the folks who, for you in the community, these are the people that you need to get to know, and you will know, and that's the staff that's going to be here responsible for operating this facility, but more importantly for providing programs that you tell them is important. So we've got Valerie Arnold here. Where's Val? She brought her own group. Good. Tyreek Hall. Thank you. Lakia Coates. And I will also say that our area manager who's responsible for this area, Natasha Herring, also will be here. She's actually going to be based out of this facility, and we tend to do that with new facilities just to make sure that things get off the ground, so I'm glad that she's going to be here. And then all of her team, Tony Thompson, who's around, who oversees all the groups, all of the area managers, and then the folks that make today special. One thing that DPR is good at is we know how to throw a party. So this is a great party, a great event. So all of our, we've got an unparalleled support services staff that does everything from the AV stuff to the stages to the grills to the water, the balloons, the moon balance, all the stuff that it takes, the flags, all of that. So Steve Anderson and his team, I want to give them a special round of applause for making it happen. Of course, the other group of people that are everywhere. And there's a man in the city where anytime I call him, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. And he's always there in 5 minutes. And Alonzo Holloway, where's Alonzo? He's going to be here in 5 minutes. He and all of the roving leaders and all of the team that just is in every community. We really appreciate that. And then of course, you know, Rachel Newman and all the folks in communications. And I will say, especially, the mayor already thanked him, and he thanks him at every event, and he should. But a special bit of gratitude to John Stokes. He's somewhere. So John tends to be my go-to guy for special projects, and the ones that we want to make sure that we don't in any way, shape, or form get distracted from. And Fort Stanton has been one of those, and he's managed this really well and has worked closely with the community and everybody to make sure this happens. So thank you, John, for staying on top of this. And then finally, you know, sort of on the programmatic side, we're just thrilled that a building like this, as the mayor said, it's got the gym, it's got the fitness center, it's got the outdoor stuff, is really at the core. It really represents the core of what we do at Parks and Recreation. The things that we focus on: move, grow, and be green. It's about physical fitness and health and being outdoors and being physically fit. Personal growth and enrichment, the arts and crafts, the computers, and all the things that we need to continue to keep our minds growing. And then, of course, sustainability. So I'm proud to say that this is a LEED Silver building. I'm proud to see all of the outdoor activity that we have going on. And it really is fitting perfectly with all of that for our Parks and Recreation. One final thing is we are also, in addition to all the great things happening, in addition to the 32 playgrounds, I got to tell you, in my position, when the mayor says we're going to do 8 playgrounds, we're ecstatic. When the mayor says we're going to do 32, we're ecstatic, and then we enter into a phase of panic, because then you got to get it done. So we're going to get it done, and we're just proud that the mayor is pushing us. But another thing we're doing is we understand that our work is changing year to year, and that we want to make sure that everything we're doing reflects what the community wants us to do. And so we're embarking in a progress to redo our master plan. And this master plan will drive what we do over the next 10 years. It will drive the programs that we do. It'll drive how we invest our dollars. It'll drive the facilities that we build. So I encourage everyone here and to tell your friends and your neighbors to participate in this process. We have a website called playdc.org. Very simple, playdc.org, where I encourage everyone to go online. You could do it here at the center or at home or at work. Hopefully you won't get in trouble. And fill out these surveys and tell us what you think. Tell us the programs that are important to you. Tell us the ones that aren't important to you. Tell us the things that you'd like to see, because we're in the middle of recreating DPR for you, and over the next 10 years, this will determine what we look like. So we really need your input, and we can't do it without you. So with that, I want to thank you in advance and congratulate everyone here for this beautiful building. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? I'm Brian Hanlon, Director of the Department of General Services, and yesterday we were at a ribbon cutting over at Noyes Park, and we were out in the sun, and it was about, well, it felt like about 1,000 degrees, and so I asked the good chaplain to maybe insert a prayer for some cooler weather into his invocation. He admonished me and said, you got to be careful what you pray for, because you might get more than you want. But I want to start just with a few words of thanks. First, I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C., came to government just a few years ago and did not know that I would have the opportunity to serve both our city and a man like Vincent C. Gray. It's just an honor of a lifetime, frankly, to work for him and for our city. And I'm very appreciative of that. And I'm appreciative of his vision and his dedication to our city. One of the things that I love about working for him, yeah, there you go. One of the things that I'm grateful for in working for him is he stresses collaborative working with his directors, his agency directors. And so I've had the distinct opportunity and pleasure to be able to work with Director Aguirre with DPR, and just been great. It's a great partnership, and I'm very, very, very happy that we're so involved in this Play DC initiative. When it was announced, I had thick brown hair. But now it is what it is. So, in our projects, we design, build, maintain state-of-the-art facilities for the district, and we try to do that in a manner that elevates the quality of life for the folks that work and play in Washington, D.C. We work on making them beautiful places. When we're doing a high school, we work on trying to incorporate recreation components so that the community can use them. So the new Dunbar, the new Ballou, which is on its way, will have those components so that the community can use it. In projects like this, these projects are a reflection of the voice of the community. And that's really, I think that's part of what makes them special. So that's what we do. But one of the things that is part of our core mission, aside from making buildings that are beautiful and that are sustainable and that are efficient and all those sorts of things, is we have one of our core missions is in making sure that the capital dollars that we spend are going to district-based businesses. And it's a core mission of DGS to do that. By law, we are required to spend 35% of our capital dollars with certified business enterprises, CBEs. We actually have a self-imposed guide of 50%, and we strive on every project to exceed that. And we're seeing signs that the market is growing stronger and stronger. The local contracting community is growing stronger. This project, 56% of the dollars from this project went to certified business enterprises. There were about 12,000 hours on the project worked by district residents, and about 2,200 of those hours were worked by Ward 8 residents. I want to pause for a moment and thank Councilmember Barry, who this is a refrain of the council member, is not just, he's got certainly a focus on Ward 8, but he's really focused on strengthening local businesses that are here in Washington, and that's part of our core mission. So I'm appreciative of your dedication to that. So that is what we do, and it's why we do it. And again, I wanted to say I'm very grateful to be here. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Director Zagheri and Hanlon. I want to introduce someone now for whom there will be a room named, but it probably would have been okay if we'd named the whole center for her. It's her tenacity. You heard her say 1969 earlier. That would be 44 years, wouldn't it? 44 years of vigorous, unwavering, unbroken advocacy on behalf of making sure that we have this kind of first-class facility here. It shouldn't have taken 44 years, but it did, and she stayed with it. The senior room will be named for her. Please join me in welcoming Addie Cook.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's so good to be able to stand here. I'm looking at Luna. Luna was our first recreation person that we had over here, and everybody knows Luna. Luna, stand up. I just got to tell you, stand up, Luna. If we had not had Luna, we don't know what we would have done for recreation. Thank you so much for coming today. My name, of course, is Addie Cook, and for the media, my name is spelled C-O-O-K-E. They tease me at church because I always tell them Cook with an E. And so anyway, I just want to get that off my chest. I am so glad to see this day come. I just cannot think of anything that I would rather to have seen. I am just so full. I thank God for everything. I thank him for Marion Barry. We've been working together for some of them 44 years. We've been together some of those 44 years. And I just had a birthday last week. I was 82, and I ain't scared to say it. And all of those years that I spent was here in Fort Stanton. I came here in 1952. And I looked at the place, and it reminded me of home because I came from a little country place called Matthews County. There was trees, and people knew each other, and we helped each other, and we had flowers in the yard, and we had pride in our property. And it was so much like home when I came here. I knew I would never leave. I did leave. I got married and got cute and moved one time, went to Maryland, but I came back. I came right back. But anyway, I just want to thank some of the people that helped me. The mayor has been thanked, and I can't thank him enough. The only thing I wish I had known, that all the time that I spent in city council and with Anthony Williams and with whoever Fenty, and all those people that promised me a recreation center and had no money, I wish I could find them now. I spent time and time again, and when we had the groundbreaking with Mayor Fenty, that is when Councilmember Barry, our mayor, Barry said to me, Addie, they don't have any money. I said, but we have them groundbreaking. He said, don't have any money. And there we were having groundbreaking. I was still proud. I had did what I was going to do. But at any rate, it paid off, and I had some people helping me in this Civic Association. Most of the people had died out, and I was, thank God, I wasn't one of them, because I wanted to be here to fight for Fort Stanton a little while longer. I wanted to see this rec center. So we had a few people that stuck with me. I didn't do it by myself. Our Lady Perpetual Help was a dynamite part of it, because we had meetings, and people right here in Fort Stanton would not come to the meetings when I had them, and they tell me I didn't let them know. But anyway, we are here. I want to thank Our Lady Perpetual Help, Mr. Kearney, and his men's club, and all the people there. The Washington Interfaith Network got in on it. They dragged me on it. I didn't know anything about that, but we were down in City Hall together. But anyway, we're here now, and we are so glad for this day. And I'm very full right now, and I just want to boo-hoo and cry and thank God for everything, but I ain't going to do that. I just want to thank, again, I want to thank Timothy Tillman with the Washington Interfaith Network, and I also want to say that for 27 years, I was president of the Fort Stanton Civic Association, and this year was the new administration came in. So anything that you see here now is a result of some of the times that I was spent here. So I hope the new administration will carry out all that we have said to build on our foundation. And Francis, and you are not even a member, a resident here. Will you be quiet? Go. Okay, so I just want to say thank God. I just want to say that we thank all of you, and I'm going to sit down there. I didn't say Denise Holt. I had to thank Bogans because she was my chauffeur. I had to have somebody to drive me. Thank you so much, everybody, and enjoy this recreation center.
Addie Cook, my best recollection, I met Addie Cook at Union Temple.
Right.
She was an usher.
Yeah.
She made sure I got a good seat.
Every Sunday.
Yes, really.
That's right.
But from the very beginning, when I came in office in 2005, Addie Cook said, "What about the recreation center?" I said, "What recreation center?" She said, "Fort Stanton Recreation Center." We've been working on it ever since. Finally, it's here. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? I was over here at the groundbreaking, I saw the drawings, and I knew it would be good. This is a letter of appreciation. Dear Ms. Cook, as council member, Ward 8, and former mayor of Washington, D.C., please accept this letter of my heartfelt appreciation for your hard work and support in making the new Fort Stanton Recreation Center become a reality. As you know, it's been a prolonged process to get this new recreation center. I know it was not an easy task, but you don't give up, give out, or give in. Without your advocacy and dedication to the community, it could not have done it. You have advocated for something that directly affects our community, will continue to do so for several years. However, we'll be able to see our community enjoy a new renovated center for children and adults can enjoy. I am amazed at the hard work that you put in, but thank you, Marion Barry, Jr., council member.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next honoree is someone who has had an instrumental role also in helping to get us to where we are today. She is a DCPS product like many of us. Yeah. Hey, how many DCPS folk we got in here? All right. Well, she went to Grimke, and Grimke is now where we have our African American Civil War Museum, run by Frank Smith. Then she went to Garnett Patterson, and then she went to Armstrong High School after that, which is still there, and now is a charter school. Hold up, everybody. I'm not going to go. She has a long, storied career. She was a researcher at the National Portrait Gallery. She has been just active all over the city. She helped to get the name of Washington Overlook Park changed to Benjamin Banneker Park. That's quite an accomplishment, isn't it? And just so many other things. So she is someone for whom we are naming the multi-purpose room today. It will be the Louise Daniel Hutchinson multi-purpose room. That's the best y'all can do for this lady. Her daughter is going to speak for her today at her request, Donna Marshall. I'm going to ask her to come up, and I think Councilmember Barry has a resolution that he wants to present to her as well. So we can do that first if you like, Mr. Barry.
Okay. Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. This is a letter of appreciation to Ms. Hutchinson. I'm not going to read all of it because it's really similar. As Councilmember Ward 8 and former Mayor of Washington, D.C., please accept this letter of heartfelt appreciation for your hard work and support in making a new Fort Stanton Recreation Center become a reality. As you know, it's been a long process, and you worked hard at it. I'm simply amazed at the hard work that you've given. Look forward to your future participation in other community activities, being accepted by her daughter.
Thank you.
What's her name?
Donna Marshall.
Donna Marshall.
Thank you. She's right behind you. Let me move it a little bit. Here, Mom. Praise the Lord. I too remember when this was just a little house, and I remember when I could walk up the street by myself and come up here and play. But on behalf of my mother, Louise Hutchinson, who wrote the book, The Anacostia Story, she wrote Out of Africa, and she wrote Anna J. Cooper, A Voice from the South. I've learned something from my mother. I learned that there are a lot of us in this neighborhood who have children who don't know where they live. They don't know the rich history, and they don't know what to be proud of. I'm proud today to be here on behalf of my mother, who taught me honesty, integrity. She taught me how to work hard. She taught me to be honest and to be forthright. I've had my ups and downs in my life, but my mother was my rock. And even though she can't speak for herself today, her presence is a blessing. Her presence is a blessing. So I know it's hot out here. I am going to take her back home where she needs to be indoors, but I know she's appreciative of everything that's happening up here. I thank the mayor. I thank Mr. Barry. There's so many things that have gone on in this neighborhood. Ms. Cook, I've known you since I was a child, and I think you look real good. You know, you look real good. So I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you on behalf of my mom and my family who are vacationing and left me here. So we're okay with that, right, Mom? Can I get a thumbs up? We're okay with that. So God bless you, and may you have peace. Thank you.
How about another hand for our two honorees today, Ms. Cook and Ms. Hutchinson? You know, I want to acknowledge, too, we have our assistant chief, who is everywhere. I think there's 3 of her. Everywhere I go, she's there, and then she's other places, too. I don't know how she does it, but she does a great job of getting across this city and making sure we continue to be safe. Please, how about a warm welcome for Assistant Chief Diane Grooms. Yeah, Chief. All right. You know, another person who really has been a pillar, she is the new president of the Fort Stanton Civic Association, has done so much for this city in so many ways, and I know she is immensely proud today for the dedication of this new recreation center. Let's hear a word from Barbara Jones.
I'm short. Good evening, everyone. I was told that my speech, I had a long speech, but I was told it have to be 1 minute because Mr. Kurtis Blow has a flight to take. What I would like to do is bring up my executive board. Could you please come up?
Yeah, outstanding.
on behalf of the Councilmember Marion Berry, I'm not going to read it, but it's appreciation what all you have done. Could you just pass about this individual? No, that's for you. From him. Okay. Also, I want to give thanks to our mayor. Can this come off? I want to give thanks to our mayor, Vincent C. Gray. Also, Councilmember Marion Berry. I found, Councilmember Marion Berry, could you please stand up? It wasn't for them, this rec center would not be here. Last administration, it was taken off the books. Once it was signed, it was taken off the books the following month. We would like to thank you for bringing this here to us. But in our appreciation, we have something for you. Could you get that behind you? Wait a minute. Yes. No, it's. And also, I'd like to call up John Stokes. Avon. Up.
Here he is.
Where's Natasha? You got 30 seconds. Okay, 30 more seconds, they said. Natasha. Yeah. Kathy Arnold.
Miss Arnold? Kathy Arnold.
I'm sorry. Also, and past presidents, I'd like to thank, it wasn't for the past presidents and the past administration, Miss Thomasina Francis, Josephine Wharton, Earlene Bradshaw, Mr. Hutchison, and I can't remember who else, but please forgive me. I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers, all the block captains. Thank you so much. This is a symbol.
I'm sorry, we're just we're doing a little bit. We're getting the next recreation center ready.
Each one of y'all will have this. This is a symbol from us. This is a heart, the real heart of gold. And this is presented to us for the Fort Stanton Civic Association and the Fort Stanton residents. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Robert. Yeah, thank you.
Could you give them the bag?
And by the way, we are going to have refreshments. So hang on, we have one more speaker on behalf of several people, but I want them all to come up. Commissioner Anthony Green from Commission 8B04, please come up. And I don't think we have, Commissioner Charles Wilson is not here, is he? No. Okay. And then we have, of course, the chair of 8B, my longtime friend. Where'd she go? Her son works for us, works right here in Ward 8, doing a great job. Leonard Watson Jr. There's Leonard Watson Sr. We got a family affair here today. And of course, please welcome the chair of Commission 8B, Khadijah Watson.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am proud to be here. Like you say, I'm the chair of 8B Commission, and this recreation center is in my single-member district, 8B01. Also, Mr. Anthony Green, this is his single-member district, Fort Stanton. So we work together. I remember back as far as 2009, 1969, like Miss Cook. My husband, he was the ANC commission with Jock Patterson. Every time I came to the meeting, someone has promised to do this recreation center, remodel it, and someone to keep on, everybody has dropped the ball, kept dropping the ball. And now I'm the ANC commission, Miss Addie Cook, and Miss, what's her name, Peterson, was coming to every meeting complaining about when we're going to renovate this Fort Stanton Recreation Center. Everybody promised her over the years, and I think Fenty was the last person that dropped the ball as far as I'm concerned. So wait a minute now, we elected my man, my mayor, Vincent C. Gray. Well, I knew he was going to do something for the community because he is a person that cares about the youth. And we was tired of seeing our youth hanging out on the street, didn't have a decent place to come to play. So, thank you, Vincent Gray. Let me say Mayor Vincent Gray. This is my buddy from years. He went to school with my husband. Don't be hiding your head. Stand up, Mr. Leonard Watson. Stand up. Oh, you don't want to stand up? Okay. Oh, we're going to challenge you on that. And I want to thank Marion Bird.
With the person who's the last one at the mic, okay?
I want to give thanks also to my council member, once was my mayor, council member, Marion Bird. I want to thank the director of Department of Rec, thank you, for bringing us, giving us John Stokes to work with us. Come over here, John. I'm gonna tell you a little joke. Get over here, John. He knows me very well now, and I know him. When Addie came to our meeting, and she was saying she needs the director of DPW to come to our meeting, so I said, okay, we'll have them to come so we can see what's going on with this rec center. So the director sent John Stokes. John Stokes was looking good. I'm telling you, he was looking good that day. He came in there, no paper, no literature, no nothing. You know we did. As an ANC commissioner, we shooed him up. Get on away from here. I don't see no documentation. Let's sit down. You ain't ready. You should have been ready when you coming before us. Okay. The next time he came, this man was ready. You hear me? He had easels. He had everything, literature, and he told us what was going on. So he worked with us since then closely to try to make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't mess with me no more, okay? Okay. This was a long time coming. I took a tour of this. I took a tour of this building. Leave me alone.
We dying.
Leave me alone.
We dying.
And I think was
We dying out here.
it was worth our wait, okay? Thank you very much. I'm gonna sit down. Everybody picking on me today.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Watson. Luna, I don't know if you heard this man trying to crack on me, but see, she runs all the baseball programs too. I want you to give him a free ticket to our next clinic down there. We're gonna teach him something, okay? Down there at Randall. Oh, he's my friend from a long time ago. We always mess with each other like that. Time for the ribbon cutting, y'all. Everybody ready? Ready.